Hello and welcome to our summer session of Read 100. My name is Nicole Baker and I'm going to be your instructor for this summer session, and I'm really looking forward to getting to know you all and getting to work with you. This video is going to be short and hopefully very helpful in terms of getting you comfortable with our course. I'm just going to walk you through the layout and the expectations and how to navigate this course on Blackboard. So I will jump right in. When you log into our course, the first thing you're always going to see is the announcements page. I will post an announcement every Sunday night, just giving you a heads up as to what is due in the week ahead and what the expectations are. So do please make sure that you read those. They'll also arrive in your email when I post them. Under course information on the left-hand side, under instructor information, you're going to find my contact information. Again, my name is Nicole Baker, my home campus is Blue River, and my email is right here, should you need it. Under syllabus and schedule, you'll find links to click on our syllabus. These are the same things, just one is a PDF and one is a Word document. And underneath that, our 8-week schedule is here. So everything that you need for our schedule you can find here. And I'm going to get into the details of what it means to do a MyLab assignment and a Blackboard assignment, and reading the Kite Runner as we get further into this. But one quick thing I want to make you aware of. You have deadlines twice a week in this course. Discussion board prompts are due on Wednesday nights at midnight or 11:59 p.m. And your peer responses on the discussion board as well as your MyLab assignments are always due on Sunday nights of the week assigned. So if you want to make yourself a quick mental note, Wednesday nights and Sunday nights are the big due dates every single week. Moving on to directions for course success, you will see that we have 2 different materials you need to purchase for the course. The first one is a copy of the novel The Kite Runner. You can get that in our bookstores. And the second one that you will see is MyLab Reading with Pearson eText, an instant access card to the Master Reader 4th edition. So you're not buying an actual textbook with this. This is just an access code to the Pearson My Reading Lab website. You can do this in 2 different ways. You can get your access code from our bookstores, or you can use this link and buy it directly from Pearson. If you use this link and buy it from the people who make the access codes, it'll be an instant code that you get in your email. If you get your access code from the bookstore, it will come as a physical card that you scratch off the numbers for the access code. So do make sure that you get these 2 things because it's going to be very difficult to do our course without them. Once you have your access code for Pearson's MyLab, you have to register and you need to use these directions to do that. So when you click on the registration handout right here, it's going to give you step-by-step what to do to register. Something important to remember is that step number 4 asks you for the course ID, which is listed right here, Baker with a lot of numbers. And then in step 6, it asks you for an access option. Use the access code that you get from the bookstore and enter it in step 6. I will let you know that if you do not have your access code in the first week of class and you'd like to get started, just scroll down because you'll notice that there is a temporary access option. Once you get into step 6, or actually maybe step 5, it will give you the option to click on temporary access. Here it is, right here in step 6. That gives you 2 weeks to get your access code, which means I expect everybody to get registered and working in this website right as our course begins, because you'll still have 2 weeks to upgrade that access from temporary to full. So keep that handout available to you. And let's see what else. Our course structure, this is where you found the video link, so I know you're okay there. And then here is a link that explains the course menu, and here's how points are assigned. I'm going to get into how points are assigned in much more detail later. Now, back to our main menu over here. Coursework. This is where all the important information you need is housed. This is the link that you're going to use every single week, coursework. So for week 1, you'll simply click on the week 1 folder, and here come our week 1 directions. So all of these folders look the same. They begin with guidelines. This will help you work your way through the week on time. So you'll notice it says before you begin your work, find the introduction discussion board and share a little bit about yourself. Where is the introduction discussion board? It's right here. So all you do is click on week 1 introduction, click create thread, and then you'll be able to type your name and introduction. So I might put here Nicole Baker introduction. And then in the body, you'll type your intro and then simply click submit. It's that easy. So back to coursework, back to week 1. The other things you need to do in week 1 are complete all of the activities and post-tests in the active reading module in the MyLab reading skills link below. You will not be able to access this content until you register your access code for Pearson's MyLab. Don't forget that the directions are attached in the Directions for Course Success tab. You will have 2 attempts to complete the post-test, and I will keep your highest score. You have up to 60 minutes for each attempt, although I don't think it'll take you that long. You may use your notes on these quizzes, but no other outside resources, friends, family, or the internet. You're also going to read chapters 1 through 5 in the Kite Runner, and then you're going to respond to initial questions on the discussion board by Wednesday and reply to 2 peers in each thread by Sunday evening. So we're going to look at 2 things. We're going to look at Pearson's MyLab together, and then we're going to look at the discussion boards in the Kite Runner together. So first, let's do the active reading overview. So you're going to use this link to click to get to your MyLab reading page, and you'll get your sign in right here. I'm going to go ahead and sign in. Oh, I've already signed in. Okay. So once you sign in, you're going to see your course. I have both of the summer sessions right here, so you'll just see one, whichever course you're in, and you're going to click right on the title to enter the course. Once you enter MyLab, you'll see a screen that looks exactly like mine. The only thing you need to click to get to our material is access your learning path. So you can get it right here, or you can click Reading Skills Learning Path. Either way, I think it's probably easiest to just grab it right from the home page. So click Access Your Learning Path, and here are our modules. So every week you will have 1 or 2 modules assigned. Now a module is this square. So there are 13 modules total that we're going to do in our course. And the first one, if you remember from week 1, is active reading. So what happens when you're in our course is you click on active reading, and you will get a list of activities to do. It begins with an overview of the new material you're learning, then there's a model and animation, and then practice questions for you to work through. So if you click on overview, you'll get another link, there are a lot of links, sorry, to click, and this will give you a pop-up of the overview of the skill we're learning this week. So you can listen to it or you can read it, you're welcome to take notes, and then you can close it. And once you close it and go back to your learning path, you'll notice you get a little star by this for completing it. After you do all of this work, you'll get down to the post-test, and this is your quiz for the module. This is the score that goes in the grade book right here. And again, you have 2 attempts to do this, so you can try it twice, and I will always keep your highest score. It's really important to remember that all of the work in the module has to be completed before you take the post-test, and the post-test has to be finished by Sunday night of the week assigned. So for week 1, that means this quiz and all of this material are due by Sunday night. And that is my intro to my reading lab. So hopefully that makes sense to you. This little green bar will kind of move and grow as you do your work, and then once the whole thing is finished, you'll get a little star right here. So your MyLab reading link will be here every week in the weekly material, and just make sure you're checking your guidelines to see which modules are due this week. So for the first week, we only have 1 module to do. So your active reading module, again, is due on Sunday. Okay, so let's also talk about the discussion boards, because that's the other piece of the material that's due every week. So moving on to number 2, you're going to read chapters 1 through 5 in The Kite Runner, which is our novel. And after you do your reading, you'll note that we have 2 questions every week right here under Unit 1 discussion. Again, unit and week are used interchangeably, so Unit 1 also means the same thing as Week 1. But you're going to answer both of these questions with a good, solid response, at least a small paragraph, if not more than that, for each one of these questions. Now, these are due on Wednesday nights each week. So when you click on Unit 1 discussion, you will see that you have Prompt 1 and Prompt 2. So by Wednesday night, make sure that you click on both of these, read the question, and simply click Reply to answer the question. Once you have done that, you will go back to your discussion board and make sure you click on Prompt 2 and answer the second question as well. I think I just clicked on Prompt 2 twice. Sorry. Okay, I have the same question posted twice right now. Don't worry about that. Just a little slip up. I will get that corrected. But it's important to remember that in that coursework folder, you might want to preview those questions, the 2 questions that are listed, before you do your reading for the Kite Runner. So the other thing that you need to do with our discussion board, aside from answering these 2 questions on Wednesday nights, is to then go back in at some point before Sunday night and reply to 2 of your peers. Now, 2 of your peers need to be replied to in Prompt 1 and in Prompt 2. So that means that you're going to reply to 2 other classmates in each of these, which is a grand total of 4 peer replies. So peer replies are due again on Sunday nights. You have to have 4 of them for full credit. And do make sure that you're saying more in your response than "I agree" or "good post." You want to engage your classmates in continued conversation. So try to ask them questions, make connections to what they've said, further the discussion. The peer replies are worth 2 points each, and the initial replies are worth 6 points each. So essentially you get 12 points for answering these 2 questions, and the other 8 points come from your peer replies. I don't take any late work in the discussion boards or in the gradebook, or in Pearson's MyLab with the modules. So we're really working to make sure that this is a no late work semester. If you have some kind of extenuating circumstance, of course, please email me prior to the deadline of the assignment and we can see if we can work something out. Speaking of getting a hold of me, I think that's the next thing we need to discuss, because you've seen everything you need to see in the coursework folder. And next on my list, we'll talk about the final later, is email. If you need to email me, you can just type my name into your email, or you can click right here and click specific instructor users right here, and that'll give you a direct line to my email. So we can cancel that. And then a quick note about the final. It is a 40-question multiple choice test that covers your reading skills, and I'll give you many more directions later on how to sign up for automated proctoring. This is a proctored exam, but you will be working from home, so your proctor will be just a video proctor on your screen, and you won't have to leave your house to do it. There's a few more tabs in here about your grades and student information and tutoring. Feel free to peruse those at your leisure. And I think that's it for me for now. Unless you can think of any other questions you have, just shoot me an email right away and I will be sure to get back to you. So Wednesday nights and Sunday nights are our big deadlines. Please make sure you are ready to get started. I wish you all the best and good luck, and I look forward to seeing you in class.